The next day. The first of 4 grueling days of midterm exams. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! In that last cutscene, didn't they just say, how did you do on exams? Oh, I did okay, I guess. I wish I were as smart as you. And I was like, wait, they already took exams? Didn't that just happen? That happened. I'm not dreaming that. That happened. Who wrote this game? I demand answers. Aramonia history question. The Middle Ages War of the Lions was brought to an end by Emperor Jericho. When did the war end? July of 952. This should be the right answer. Art question. Mr. A wants to draw a rough colored watercolor image. Which of the following styles would be most appropriate? Rough water or colored watercolor image. I'm guessing the best. No, no. Dang it, must have been the breakfast sandwich. Military science question. Figure 1 depicts a military formation. What type of unit is currently advancing? Armored. I definitely should have spent more time actually reading the art study stuff than making fun of it. Orbital science question. The following statements about ordnance all purport to be true. Which one is not? Abilities change based on quartz. They synchronize with their user. Allow arts usage without quartz. Orbital energy recovers over time. I didn't even think that one was in the question. Okay, if my roommate opens the door one more time, I'm gonna go over there and pop him in the jaw. I'm trying to take a test. This is serious business. Of the following laws enacted last year, which came into force first in Heimdall? The Heimdall one was the public transportation, right? Combat studies question. Emergency CPR is divided into roughly 4 stages. Check if the person is... Oh no, I have to do this in the... Okay. Check if the person is conscious, so B is the correct starting point. And then call for help is the next one. Then if they're breathing, and then chest compressions and rescue breaths. Okay. Congratulations on making it through 4 days of exams. And what do you know? It looks like the rain ended right along with them. That means Emperor Drykos must be here. Clearly, this is the goddess way of rewarding you all for your hard work. I don't think that reasoning would stand up to scrutiny. Oh, I'm totally spent. It's over. You worked really hard, B. Whew. Anyway, today's a free day, so take the chance to unwind and blow off all that pent-up exam stress. They'll post the results next Wednesday, so take it easy until then. But don't relax too much, because you've got your next practical exam next Wednesday afternoon too. With all the intensive studying, I'd completely forgotten about that. You could stand to be a little more considerate with the timing of your announcement. So next Wednesday is when we'll know where we're going for our next field study? Yep, you'll be shipping out that weekend for another exotic trip. Anyway, make the most of tomorrow, everyone. You've earned at least 1 day off. I guess it should probably attend club practice once in a while. Oh, and one more thing. I've got some business to take care of out of town after we're all done here. I won't be back until tomorrow night, so don't, burn the dorms down while I'm gone or anything.
Oh, now that the exams are over, I feel free as a bird. And I'll keep on soaring, at least until the results come back.
I sympathize, but personally, I've got a good feeling about these. How about you, Emma? How do you think you did?
Well, I don't think I did too badly, all things considered.
Just stop before you embarrass yourself.
We'll just have to wait and see what next week's results look like. Anyway, what do you think that was all about with Instructor Sarah?
Oh, you mean that whole thing about going out of town to meet someone? Going out of town? Won't be back until tomorrow night? It's almost as if...
She's going to meet her secret lover?
Impossible. The Empire hasn't yet turned out a man desperate enough to woo that alcoholic typhoon.
You have a point. I can't deny she's got the looks to snare a man, but with that personality and that lifestyle...
You guys are terrible. Totally agreed, though.
Ouch. Not surprised to hear that from you, though, Reen. She always seems to dump the most work on you.
Will you be helping the student council again tomorrow?
That's the plan. Heck, I'm almost looking forward to being the student council's errand boy after holding up studying for so long.
Perhaps so.
Oh, please let us know if you plan on exploring the old schoolhouse.
Yeah, I'd be glad to lend a hand this time.
Thanks. Better watch out, though. I might take you up on that offer.
Ooh, looks like we're all up for a little exploration this time. Come to think of it, where did Gaius run off to? He mentioned the principal wanted to have a word with him. You think he went there?
Oh, yeah. Wonder what that was about.
I hope he hasn't gotten into trouble. I mean, I doubt he would.
I have no idea. Fee and Laura left early too. I was kind of hoping we could all walk back to the dorm together for once. That sounds nice.
Hey, so this might just be my imagination, but do those two seem kind of awkward around each other to anyone else?
Really?
So you think so too? It seems like it started around the beginning of the month. I wonder if something happened then. It's like they've been avoiding each other ever since.
You say that, but I did not take either as the type to dwell on petty issues or misunderstandings.
Neither did I. We've been trying to suss out what the problem between them is, but so far, no luck.
I wonder if that's what that was all about.
Did you see something, Machias?
What happened?
Well, do you remember the day we gave our group reports on what happened during last month's field study? We gave a truthful account, including the part where Fee used an explosive to blast open the door to my cell.
Yeah?
That's when we found out that Fee used to be in a Jaeger Corps. That really threw me for a loop, but what does that have to do with Laura?
Well, when that came up, I couldn't help but notice Laura had a rather unpleasant expression. It flashed across her face for only a moment, though, so I wondered if I had just imagined it.
Interesting.
But even if we assume that's true, what reason would she have to be upset?
I can hardly hazard a guess.
We all have certain things we'd rather keep to ourselves. We even have a member of this very class who remains tight-lipped about her own family, after all.
Do you really have to drag me into this?
My apologies. I meant no offense. I do have my suspicions as to your lineage, however.
Really?
Ugh, you.
Now, getting angry won't accomplish anything.
Don't worry, we're not gonna twist your arm into telling us. When you're ready to talk about it, we'll be ready to listen.
It's not like I'm trying to make a big deal out of it or anything. It's just, if everyone knew, it'd make things awkward between us, and I don't want that. Welcome back, my lady. Huh? What? Sharon? It's so delightful to see you again.
Oh, hey, it's that maid I ran into the other day.
You know her?
What are you doing here? She didn't. Mother didn't. But of course, I was sent here at the behest of the chairman herself. Starting today, I will be assuming the position of caretaker for Class 7's dormitory. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, everyone. My name is Sharon Kruger. I am a servant in the employ of the Rhineford household, Lady Elisa's family. I will do all I can to be of service to you, so please keep me informed of anything you might need.
Whoa! Simply spectacular. Just how many different types of food are there here?
This looks more than edible.
I believe this is what they call an imperial breakfast? That's right, Emma. It's a traditional Erebonian style of breakfast. I must apologize. It's taken me some time to familiarize myself with this kitchen, so my cooking has been a bit lackluster.
Come now, Sharon. Your skill is something to be praised. This is far more colorful and varied than the breakfast served in my own home.
I would compare this spread favorably with the breakfast served in the Duke's household.
I'm honored that you think so. I've also brewed both tea and coffee if anyone would like some.
I get the feeling Elisa is less than impressed with the meal.
It sounds like they had a big argument yesterday.
Not a chance! I thought I'd finally gotten away from her. I'm not going to let her have her way this time.
My lady, please. I truly don't believe the chairman sent me to keep an eye on you like that. She simply sent me so that her beloved daughter might have fewer inconveniences in her daily life.
I can take perfectly good care of myself, thank you very much. Oh, fine. I'll take this up with her myself then. Is she in the office at corporate today, or is she out on inspection or something?
I believe she'll be dining with the Ministry of Railways president in the capital today. After that, she'll be continuing her inspection tour, so she won't be back in Ruhr for another 5 days.
Does she ever slow down? I'm surprised she doesn't burn through a pair of shoes a week. Anyway, I'm not going to take this lying down. She's stuck her nose into things one too many times.
I can't believe that R actually stood for Elisa Rhineford. And from the sound of it, her mother's the company chairman, too.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that Elisa's mom is basically in charge of the continent's biggest industrial company. Her family's probably got more money than most of the aristocracy. I can see why she'd want to keep her family under wraps, what with all the nobles here.
Anyway, I object to everything about this. Considering how busy Mother is, I'm sure she needs your assistance far more than I do.
I knew it. You're really concerned about her, aren't you? The
The way you two care so much for each other deep down is one of the reasons I'm so proud to serve you.
That's preposterous.
Oh, my lady, I almost forgot to mention that I made plenty of your favorite apricot jam. Would you like me to spread some on your toast?
Ooh, really? I mean, stop treating me like a child. Though yes, I would like some jam.
It's almost heartwarming to watch.
Looks like Sharon's got her number.
After beginning the day with Sharon's peerless breakfast, the members of Class 7 left to go about their daily routine. Meanwhile, Rain went to check the tasks the student council had given him for the day. This month, I would like the members of Class 7 to commit themselves to their noble academic pursuits. Though I know, studious as you all are, I can't expect that anyway. So, on top of that, I'd like you to continue your exploration of the old schoolhouse and report your findings to me, Principal Van Dyke. We're testing the Orbital Bike's capabilities on a highway near Trista. If you're curious, come talk to us in the engineering building. I'm in need of aid. Some fair maiden has sent me several messages proclaiming her love for me, and who could blame her? I simply must know who she is, so would some kind soul help me find her and bring her to me? More details behind the storage building. Hey, a request from George and Angelica. Yeah, it's about the Orbital Bike too. Wonder what they need my help with. Looks like I'll have to swing by the engineering club before I head to the old schoolhouse. Well, this is the first sun I've seen in days, so I might as well make the most of it. Alright, let's do this. Hey there, Reen. Thanks for stopping by. Might I ask where Elisa and Laura are? Those two lovely flowers would do wonders in brightening up this dreary old building. Let's not make Reen's life even harder than it already is. Haha, sorry. I probably shouldn't think out loud. Hahaha. I still haven't talked to Angelica much, but she's definitely an interesting one. That aside, the request was for me to assist with testing out the Orbital Bike, wasn't it? So what will I be doing? Oh please, I could hear you making those vroom vroom noises before you even stepped through the door. I was not. But wait, does that mean... Yeah, we want you to ride the Orbital Bike. Me? I can't deny that's what I wanted this to be, but I never expected it'd actually happen. I'll give you all the juicy details when we're actually ready to test. Before we start, however, we want to make sure you have the time. So, how about it? You ready to ride? Heck yeah, I am. Okay, let's ride. Haha, good answer. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about the bike. Everything you see here is something that Angie asked me to build for her. And because of that, the bike's been fine-tuned to meet her specific needs. In a nutshell, it's all Angie. The engine, the brakes, even the handlebars. So what you're saying is, I'm riding Angie? Wow. No, bad Joshua. I see. As you might expect, she and that bike are practically symbiotic. When she's on it, she's a sight to behold. But because we've tuned it specifically to her, it's become a little too tough for anyone else to handle. Haha, think of her as an unruly horse. There's no denying she's a fine bike, but she doesn't play nice with strangers. Right, I'm really hoping I make it through this alive. Don't scare him now, Angie. Crow's ridden it just fine. But I suppose he's been working on this bike since we started too. Compared to him, you're a complete beginner. Which is great. You'll have a more objective opinion after you ride. I guess it makes sense why you asked me then. Haha, feeling a little nervous, are we? Let's head over to the highway. So, what are Toa and Crow doing here? Angie and George told us you'd be doing this? So I came along to show some support and take some time off work. My reason isn't quite as sweet as little Toe is here. Like I said before, this bike's at least partially my baby. Think of me as an overprotective father, making sure you don't mess up and hurt my girl when you take her out. But thanks. Crow, don't make him any more nervous. Don't worry, Reen. Just ignore everything this guy says. I do, and it's worked great for me. We can rebuild the bike, so stay focused on keeping yourself safe. Right, thanks. Do you have much experience with riding horses? Actually, yeah. You shouldn't have any trouble then. She's a whole different beast, but the basics of riding are the same. So have fun. Thanks, Angelica, that helps. I won't let you down. Okay then, that should be just about everything you need to know. I think I get it now. The 3 things you want me to test are starting up the bike, shifting gears, and coming to a stop, correct? That's right, we want to see how you handle everything. Let me give you a few pointers. You might not really get them until you're on the bike proper though. Hit me. First of all, you can't ride if you can't get moving, so let's talk about how to get started. Starting the engine, simple enough, but how smoothly you ride off will depend on how well you can operate the bike's clutch. Once you shift into first gear, open the throttle and then slowly and steadily release the clutch. Slow and steady, okay. Release the clutch slow and steady when I start moving. Okay, I'll try not to forget. Next up is switching gears. Before switching gears, make sure to pull in the clutch quickly and firmly. Once you shift gears, release the clutch slow and steady, just like when you start her up. I can do that. Go quick and then slow and steady. The last thing you need to worry about is stopping the bike, which you probably want to know how to do. When you want to slow down, release the throttle and apply the brakes to both wheels, front and back. You're going to want to give each one different amounts of pressure though. Apply the brakes strong to the front wheel and light to the back wheel. That should bring you to a smooth stop. So I need to be strong up front and light in behind. Strongly to the front, light to the back. That's a lot to remember, but I think I can do this. Haha, that's the way. This is all about learning through experience and getting used to riding on the fly anyway. So, what do you say, ready to go? You bet! Right then, first is starting up the engine. Wow, this is pretty intense. Ha! It kind of reminds me of how I felt when I first rode a horse. Right, let's push those nerves to the side and get going. Okay, so I pulled the clutch lever, level, shift to first gear, and twist the throttle. Now that I've done that, all I need to do is let go of the clutch and I'll be moving. Angelica told me how to do this. What exactly did you say again? Slow and steady. Now we're talking. This is great. There he goes. Can't wait to see the look on his face when he gets back. He's gonna love it. Hopefully. Wow, this feels amazing. I'm amazed at just how stable and smooth the ride is too, considering how heavy it is. I think I'm used to the speed now. Let's try switching gears. Right, first I need to roll off the throttle, then I need to pull in the clutch, change gears, then release it. Angelica told me I had to handle the clutch a specific way during all of this. What was it again? Pull in quick and release slow. Alright, I need to pull in the clutch quickly and firmly, then change gears, and after that I need to release the clutch slow but steady. There we go, perfect. going this fast really does feel great. I get why Angelica loves this so much. Well, the fun's got to come to an end eventually. It's probably about time to stop. Obviously, I need to hit the brakes, but how much pressure do I put on them? Strong in the front, light in the back. I'm pretty sure Angelica said strong on the front brakes and light on the rear brakes. I stopped almost exactly where I expected to, so I guess I did it right. This thing's incredible though. It feels like I'm still riding along even though I've come to a stop. But I guess I've got to snap out of it eventually. The others are waiting for me. I'd better head back now. Welcome back, Reen. Well, how was it? I'm amazed to say the least. The sheer speed, the engine's vibration, and the feeling of the wind as you ride along. I've never experienced anything like it. No amount of horse riding could have ever prepared me for this. Just wow. Haha, guess you've got some potential. Look at this guy. He's trying to act all calm and composed, but his face is just screaming, "Let me go back out and ride." Plain as day. Seems like you handled it really well too, based on your report. I have to admit, I didn't expect those kinds of results out of you. It's a pretty unwieldy machine. It's even more impressive considering it was his first ride with her too. Nice to know that I could have a worthy rival waiting in the wings. Not everyone can get that much praise out of Angie. You should pat yourself on the back. Haha, it's a real honor. Now we need to hear some more detailed impressions of each phase. But let's do that back at the engineering building. Good plan. Aw, they're having so much fun with this. Maybe too much. Thanks, Reen. The info you gave me should come in handy. Glad I could help. I think she'll be a much more stable ride from now on. I'll have to be sure to tell Elisa's mother about everything we learned today if they end up mass-producing Orbital bikes. Elisa's mother is the chairman of the Reinford group, isn't she? I didn't know you were familiar with each other. The Ragnar and Reinford families share a good relationship, actually. Oh yeah, they're both big names in Roar, right? Yeah, everybody in Roar starts with an R for their last name, apparently. That's just the Roar way to do things. Yeah, Angie's dad's one of the group's biggest shareholders, too. Wow, they are pretty close. Well, now you know. Elisa's mother provided the engine and a number of other parts for the bike, too. So that's how you got your hands on everything. That's right, although whether or not Reinford will actually mass produce the bike is an entirely different matter. Their biggest goal is to turn a profit, so the only way it's happening is if we can show them that it would make money. Which is why we're currently trying to make it into something that the masses can handle. And today, you were a big help in getting closer to that goal. Wow, I'd love to see that happen. It looks like you get it. I guess my first impressions of you were right on the mark. Oh, I haven't properly thanked you yet, have I? Thank you for helping us today. Here's a little token of my thanks. Are you sure about this? It seems like a really valuable quartz. Of course. I'm sure you'll be able to put it to good use. Well then, Reen, thanks a lot for your help today. I'd like it if you could help us out next time we need a hand too. I'll cancel my plans as soon as you ask.